Well, for the first time since the pandemic was declared, Australians and New Zealanders can travel between the two countries without undergoing mandatory quarantine. The Trans-Tasman route is the world's second travel bubble after Taiwan and Palau. And as Laila Humairah reports, it's fueling optimism of a revival of tourism in the region.
A roaring welcome for a highly anticipated event, the return of travel between two neighbouring countries. For families who have been separated for more than a year due to the COVID-19 pandemic, it's brought emotional reunions.
How long has it been?
16 months. She's my stepdaughter, she's only 12 and her dad doesn't even have any idea that she's here yet. They're surprising him.
We are so lucky where we live. It's just so wonderful to be able to come and go. So let's work hard and keep our borders safe.
Australia and New Zealand had shut their borders to non-citizens and permanent residents when the pandemic was declared. The strict policies and tight measures helped to keep infection numbers low, giving the two governments the confidence to reopen travel through the so-called Green Zone route. Since October, travellers from New Zealand have been allowed to enter most Australian states without having to self-isolate. Then, earlier this month, Prime Minister Jacinda Ardern announced that Australia had met the conditions for quarantine-free travel, giving the green light to the Trans-Tasman bubble. It's hoped the travel corridor will revive New Zealand's tourism industry. According to government data, 40% of arrivals to the island nation in 2019 were Australians. They contributed nearly $2 billion to New Zealand's economy. Australia's national carrier Qantas says it's reinstated more than 600 jobs thanks to the travel bubble. Qantas also says its 16 daily flights to New Zealand have been booked out for weeks. While both countries are eager to resume international travel to other destinations, authorities have pledged to do so only when it's safe.
Australia is in no hurry to open those borders, can I assure you. And I can assure Australians that I will not be putting at risk the way we are living in this country, which is so different to the rest of the world today.
Australia and New Zealand's travel bubble is the second of its kind in the Asia-Pacific region, following a similar agreement between Taiwan and Palau earlier this month. Hong Kong and Singapore are looking to follow suit. Their plans were stalled in November due to a spike in COVID-19 infections. How countries decide to further reopen borders could depend largely on the success of these travel bubbles, which are also offering hope to millions of people still separated from their loved ones. Laila Humairah, TRT World.